This project of mine is not open source and you actually do not have the permission to do anything to this codebase. Just because it is on GitHub doesn't make it open source. After fully watching this video, you'll be clear on what is open source and proprietary software. This is another project of mine which is actually open source. Can you guess the difference? That's right, it has a license. A license is a legal document that defines the right one has over a given software or codebase. Depending on what type of license a software is released under and whether its source code is publicly available, we call it open source or proprietary. Before knowing what exactly is open source, we first need to know about licenses. There are mainly three types of licenses: copyright, copyleft, and permissive. A copyright license will prohibit everyone except the owner from copying, distributing, modifying, and selling the software or source code. Usually, copyright licenses are custom-tailored for each software or company. There are many examples of copyrighted software. A good example would be Microsoft Windows. You need to buy a product key from Microsoft to be able to use Windows and don't have the permission to do anything other than using Windows the way Microsoft intended you to. But PC vendors like HP, Dell, Lenovo are given special rights to slightly modify Windows, like change the desktop background, change system policies, install other software before selling the computer. In short, to do anything using Windows, you need to get explicit permission from Microsoft. Usually, the source code of a copyrighted software is not publicly available and kept as a secret. Only the owner or the employees of the company that own the software are given access to look at the source code and develop it. A software that is under a copyright license with its source code kept private is called closed source software, or in other words, proprietary software. Unlike a copyright license that locks down rights by default, a copyleft license gives everyone the right to read, modify, contribute, and sell the software or source code by default under certain terms. You don't need an explicit permission from the owner if that software is under a copyleft license. The source code of such software must be publicly available for everyone to read, usually under a service like GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, or on their own servers. One of the key terms of a copyleft license is that any other software using this particular software, which is licensed under a copyleft license, must also use a copyleft license. Which means if you have developed a software consisting of 10,000 lines of code licensed under a copyright license, using a library or dependency licensed under a copyleft license will actually force you to publicly release your entire codebase. For this fact, corporate companies don't prefer using libraries, frameworks, or tools licensed under a copyleft license. Some of the popular copyleft licenses include GPL, Mozilla Public License, and the Eclipse Public License. A more extreme version of copyleft licenses are the permissive ones. Most permissive licenses offer total freedom to do whatever we want with a piece of software or codebase with very little restrictions. If your software consisting of 10,000 lines of code has a copyright license, you can still happily use a library or dependency licensed under a permissive license without having to change your project's license. Some of the popular permissive licenses are the MIT, ISC, BSD, and the Zublib license. For a software or codebase to be considered as open source, it should have a copyleft or a permissive license file in its project, and the license it is released under should be approved by the Open Source Initiative. In the description below, I have linked a list to all the approved licenses. Along with the license, the source code should be publicly available for everyone, and contribution should be allowed without discrimination as per the license document. Most open source software are developed out of love with highest quality and dedication. Open source software is also more trusted as anyone can read and understand the source code to know exactly what is going on under the hood. It is also hard for popular open source software to get discontinued as the community will always be there. Several projects in the history have been forked and maintained by another person when the actual creator isn't available. With that being said, open source also has its drawbacks. Like for example, open source software can be used for harmful activity, but the owner will not have the right to stop it. In the end, you should never leave your software without a license. Having no license means that the rules have not been set, especially for software or code bases that are publicly available. So that was it for this video. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more videos like this. This is Vasanth Developer signing off.